This is Stephanie Richards for the e-reporting program. I've logged into my Fax account and I'm ready to take a charter trip with Fax. I'll go to Trips, enter and revise Hales, and then I'll select Charter. This will allow me to start a new trip, and Fax will bring up my account preferences so I can choose which vessel I'm going to use, confirm my gear type, and enter my angler count. Fax gives me a notification for how many fish I'm legally allowed to take at this time of year. For landing time, it's a little late in the day when I'm making this video, so I'll enter an estimated landing time in the future and then choose one of my landing locations that's saved in my account preferences. Once I've confirmed my information, I go ahead and send my trip start hail. So I'm ready to go fishing. Fax waits for me to come back and tell it what I want to do next. So I can cancel my trip, revise my trip, or let's go ahead and send that harvest information from our first trip of the day. I was planning to do some bottom fishing to get some bait and then do some live lining. I went to my 027 NOAA code that I have saved in my preferences, and when I come down a little further, I can enter my gear type. I had one rod per angler, and I was doing live lining. Looking at the list of species, I can see that I didn't catch any white perch, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that from my list. I did catch some spot that I used for bait. I had 25 spot, and that was about 18 pounds. We also caught some bluefish, and we kept those. Those were 5 bluefish, and that's about 10 pounds. For the striped bass that we kept, we had 6 fish. We got our limit, and that was about 30 pounds. For the striped bass that we released, I would go to Add a New Species. That would give me another line. I'll go ahead and enter striped bass, and then I can enter a different catch disposition. As a pilot program, this additional information about discards can help us better understand which regulations are working and which ones do not. So these were undersized fish. I set that and go over to the hooking information. They were shallow hooked. If I was releasing fish that were legal size, Fax would ask me why, the discard. So we reached our limit, which would mean these would be bigger fish. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. And then I can send my trip end hail. All right, we're all done fishing for this trip. I go back and I pick up another group of passengers so I can start another trip and run doubles today. Fax will let me use the same start hail information, or I can start a fresh new trip, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be taking a trip on my other vessel, and when I go to vessels, I can select from the boat that Jeff Harvester owns that I'm able to run trips as an operator, or I can go to the Sea State for my second trip. I'm taking out 6 passengers again, and I'm entering my estimated landing time. I choose my landing location, and just like my first trip, I'm ready to go. So I'm out fishing with Fax. Once I've finished, I can submit that second trip end hail. This time I was going out to a little southern on the bay and coming down to the gear details. I had 10 rods out because this time I was doing some trolling. We did catch some Spanish mackerel. We kept those, 2 fish, for a weight of about 8 pounds. And then we caught our 6 striped bass for 40 pounds, and we were done for the day. Once I'm done, I send my trip end hail. My trip becomes part of my trip history in Fax. For more information about the Fax program, please contact the e-reporting team. And remember, you can always call our 24-hour helpline if you need assistance while using your Fax account.